Good morning. It's the Lord's Day. It's Sunday. Today we have so many things to be thankful for. We have so many things that we need to count our blessings on. But that requires that we actually have to do a heart check. Because if it's not in your heart, then it's all superficial. It's all going through the motions. And with this week, with Kobe Bryant's death, families being changed, their lives are forever changed. We need to evaluate ourselves and what we're holding on to deep in here. And what is our motivation for doing things? Because life is short. Some that were here this morning when the sun rose have already left us. And for a subject's sake this morning, I want to talk about Paul. He persecuted the church. But in a moment, while he was on his way to do more persecution of the church, he was stopped in his tracks when he had that meeting on the Damascus Road. Now, we've all had some Damascus Road experiences. And if you haven't, keep living. It's coming. Now, you see a lot of these things out here in the world that it looks one way. And we place so much value in our society on what something looks like. But what we need to look at most of all is, what is it composed of? And that means we got to look on the inside. And that's why I'm going to touch on Romans 2:29. And it says, "For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh. But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of God." This morning, the word that I have for the day is look inside your heart. Cut away those things that are not acceptable to God. I know we read in Psalms that let the meditation of my mouth and let the meditation of my heart and the words of my mouth be acceptable in thy sight. That means more than anything, because out of the heart, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So let us examine today, going forward, with everything we see out here, let us circumcise our hearts and get to the root of the problem. Because in order to get down to the heart of the matter is a matter of the heart. That being said, let us cut away and circumcise these bad attitudes, negative thinking, negative speech, because they're not profitable in the long run. Let us speak those things which are to edifying one another, that build up one another, that show compassion and love. Because you know what? That is what our society has done. It has glorified things that have been destructive to the unity of the church, the body of believers. Anything that threatens the unity of the church and the body of believers, we've got to circumcise away. We don't need to backbite. We don't need to gossip. We don't need to do all these things. Instead of talking about somebody, let us attack the problem instead of each other. That way both sides can be made better. Again, circumcise the heart, and we're going to attack the problem instead of attacking each other. For the word says in Psalms 133, "Oh, how good it is for brethren to dwell together in unity." Let us protect the unity of the church, of our families, of our relationships. let us seek peace and resolve any issues that are threatening the unity of all these aforementioned things. Y'all have a good Sunday.